Good girl. Oh, why are you so cute? Hello everybody, how are you today? Thank you for tuning into my video. So today I want to talk about 8 simple ways you can start saving more money. And these are just like quick and simple ways. You may have heard them before, but I'm going to start doing these because I am actually guilty of doing a lot of these things, and that's what my plan is for this week, to start looking at these things and trying to save some more dollars. And for anyone out there that's also doing the Frugal February challenge, this will also help you save some extra dollars for your big savings chunk at the end of the month. Alright, so the first thing I have on my list are shopping bags. So in Fiji, maybe, I think it was last year, they banned single-use plastic bags, and this was a great step towards being earth conscious, but in response to that, people made an even thicker bag which they use as a single use but is technically classified as reusable. And so I almost think like we've worsened the situation, and this has been the case in some other countries too that ban single-use plastic bags. So what they've done also is they have these cotton bags available, so they're not like sturdy like your regular reusable bags, and what happens is you can use them. They probably don't last as long, but they are taking a lot of like fabric to create, and they probably end up in the landfills too, and they cost, so you have to pay, I think, like 20 or 30 cents per bag. So this definitely adds up, and a quick and easy way to stop buying these bags is to have your own reusable bags, the nice sturdy fabric ones, to take boxes. Most supermarkets usually have boxes around. And it's probably easier if you do your shopping on a weekday, because there's generally more boxes available than on a weekend where it's like really busy and all the boxes and everything else get used up. While you're saving on bags too, just be aware of how many reusable bags you're buying. So I'm guilty of this. So whenever I'd go out and I'd see like a really cute reusable bag, I would buy it and say, okay, yeah, I'm going to use this when I go shopping. And then now I just have way too many. So at any one time, you're probably not going to do like more than 10 bags worth of shopping. So it's important to also not spend on buying too many reusable bags, because those tend to be a lot more expensive too, because they're like the $10 to $30 range. So just be mindful of how many of those you're purchasing, and remembering to use it once you already have them. Again, you might be great at this, but I'm just talking on personal experience, and I'm guilty of buying way too many reusable bags and then forgetting to have them in my car, or forgetting to take it when I go out shopping. So numbers 2 and 3 are very similar, but I'm going to start off with number 2, which is skipping the movies. So yes, I know movies are like up to date, they just come out, they're new releases, but a movie ticket costs around $10, and you could easily skip the movie and subscribe to a streaming channel. So Netflix, for example, Amazon. There's quite a few options now for streaming options, and then that gives you so many different types of content that you could watch. Also things like YouTube has a lot of content creation which you can watch for free, and save a lot of money instead of having to run out and go to the movies, because a lot of the times we're also purchasing snacks at the movies and other things, or we might go out for lunch before the movie or after, and that all adds up in terms of spending. So maybe be a bit more mindful if you're going to go watch a movie, or swap that movie with a streaming subscription instead. So number 3 is subscriptions in general. So whether it's like newspaper subscriptions, magazine subscriptions, there's so many different types of subscriptions that are available now. And if you're somebody who uses like an iPhone and you have like subscriptions that you pay via Apple, a lot of the time these can get lost in your spending because you're not actually physically making that transaction. So I'll give you an example for myself, is that I have a subscription to Canva, which is about $12.99 per month USD, and for me that's okay because I actually use Canva for my business. So I do a lot of content creation using Canva, so I would use Canva at least 5 5 to 8 times a week. So for me, that is very justifiable to pay that subscription fee. It also saves me a lot of time, and it's very quick and efficient, and saves me time on having to get somebody else to design this content for me. Now, I still do use third-party designers, but that's when my requirements go beyond what I'm able to do on Canva. And then on the other hand, I had a Lightroom subscription and a Photoshop subscription. So Lightroom I also use quite frequently, so that's okay for me. But whereas the Photoshop subscription, I was probably jumping on Photoshop like once every 2 to 3 months, so it wasn't viable for me to like be paying for that subscription when I wasn't using it. So I went ahead and canceled that subscription, and I actually have on my to-do list to go through all my subscriptions and to be able to check that out. If you have an iPhone, there's also a quick way to go and check all your active subscriptions, so you can actually quickly cancel it through there. Number 4 is bottled water. So bottled water is horrible for the environment, and it also costs you a lot of money. So what you can do instead of bottled water is invest in a reusable bottle, and then fill it at home, so you can boil your water. I personally think boiling water is the best way to refill your bottle. So what you'll do is you'll boil your water, you'll let it cool, and then you'll fill it into your bottle. You can also store boiled water in the fridge for a very long time. So I think boiling water is the best. I also have a filter at home, like one of those AquaSafe filters. Those are okay too. They're much cheaper than bottled water, and the bottles get recycled, so they take them back, refill it, and bring it in. So it is still a lot of impact on the environment in terms of like transportation, the whole refilling, processing, and delivery, but it is a better option than buying bottled water and then just dumping your bottles out. I'm guilty of doing this. Like if I go out to play squash, then I forget water and I'll buy like a big bottle of Fiji water, and that's costing me $5 every time I buy it. And if I'm like doing that 2 or 3 times a week, that's like $10 to $15 a week. And then over the month, we're already looking at like $60 or more just on buying bottled water. So just be mindful of it. I need to get into this better practice of pre-filling my water. Number 5, coffee to go. So coffees are super expensive in my opinion. So one coffee would be like, if I drink long blacks, and those are $4.90 where I buy it from, and that's probably how much they're going to cost you at any place you jump in to buy it from. So what I did is I purchased an espresso machine. I've had this machine for 6 years now, and it was like 90 AUD, and my pods cost 90 cents each, so 80 cents AUD. So it's about $1.60 Fijian, and my Nespresso machine's 5 years old, and I like to add a dash of milk in. So what I do is I have a Keep cup, which is my to-go cup, and I just make my coffees either in my office or at home and take it with me to go on my Nespresso machine. Because I drink most of my coffee at work, I've left my Nespresso machine at work, and then I just make my coffees there. But if I'm going somewhere else, I'll just put in my to-go cup and then have my coffee to go. So if you're looking at like say $3 per day on coffee, 5 times a week, that's $15 over a month. That is $60, and then $720 over the year that we're spending on coffee. The other thing is also it's super bad for the environment because we're using these single-use cups. So if you do decide to continue to have your coffees or minimize the coffees you're having per week, just invest in like a to-go cup, because most coffee shops will make you coffee in your own cup and give it to you. Or what I do is, if I have coffee outside, it'll be when I'm going to meet somebody, meeting friends for coffee, or if I have a coffee meeting or a coffee date, then I will have my coffee at a coffee shop and a regular mug, so I don't have it in a to-go cup, so I get to still enjoy that nice coffee. I also love the smell of coffee in the morning, which is why I like to have it at home, and I like that the aroma feels like my house or my office, and that just gives me like a really nice start to the day. So number 6 I put in because I've seen a recent rise in popularity with flowers in Fiji. So these are like flowers that you would gift to somebody, or flowers you may put in your house. I think these are super pretty, and they make your house look great and they smell nice, but they have a very short shelf life. And the other thing is that they are so expensive. So if you like buying flowers and putting it in, you could maybe try planting some and taking them from your garden. Or what I've done in my house is I've put actual plants. So I've actually got some here at the back, and those are like actual little plants I have around the house, and I use those as opposed to like cutting flowers and having them eventually die. Plants are so much more economical and they look great. And I also put certain plants in the house, so like I have mother-in-law's tongue, the snake plant, and then I have aloe vera. These are all great plants to have indoors because they purify the air, so it gives you better breathing quality in your home. The second option, which I found, is sometimes I do like to buy flowers or I need them for an event or something that's going on. And what I found is that at the local market, you can pick up the same great flowers for like 1/10 of the price you would pay to get them through a florist. And because the rustic look is so in right now, it's really easy to like put a really cool arrangement together that you can gift to somebody or even just pop in your house for when you feel like it. Number 7 is fruits and vegetables. So I'm super guilty of this. Again, I'm like guilty of all the things on my list, and that's what I'm trying to change. But number 7, fruits and veggies, is do not buy them from a supermarket. So what I found is that the options in supermarkets are very limited, and they are very expensive. So try and buy your fruits and veggies from the local market. This also helps support local vendors. You'll find a lot of roadside markets as well in Fiji where you can buy it. And then we always have the nice like farmers type organic markets happen once a month around the country where you can pick up some really nice things. You can also grow a lot. There's lots of nice options, especially if you're low on space, to grow a lot of fruit and vegetable now. So that's another option. I go to the supermarket when I am after something that's imported because that's a lot harder to find at the market. But imported stuff is also expensive and it has a big environmental footprint. So the best thing to do is to try and have local fruit and veg as much as possible instead of reaching out for the imported version. It is nice to have them every now and then, and also be mindful of whether or not any preservatives are going into them to have them stay fresh for longer. So the last item on my list, number 8, are sanitary items. So this has really shifted in the last few years, and we have a lot more options available, and these are a lot cheaper. So they are a one-off investment, but they last a very long time, so you're not having to constantly go out and purchase these. So these are something you can remove from your monthly shopping list. So a lot of tampons, sanitary items, pads, they fill up the landfills and they take like, they're there for more than your lifetime. So it's good to like really think about investing in a one-time purchase and then having used that every single month. Not only will it save you money, but it's really great for the environment. So we have like a lot of options now. We have period cups and period underwear, and all these things are totally reusable. So they're a one-off investment, but they save you so much money because you don't have to like be worried about running out of stuff. You don't have to add it to your shopping list, and then you can just keep reusing it over and over again. All right, so those are my 8 ways you can save money. Number 1 was shopping bags. Number 2 was entertainment and movies. 3 was subscriptions that you have to different services. 4 was bottled water. 5 was the coffee to go. And number 6 was fresh flowers. 7 was fruits and vegetables. And number 8 was sanitary items. I hope these were useful to you and that they've helped you think of many other ways that you could save. They also contribute to living a more minimalist lifestyle if that's something you're looking to do. And as always, if there's anything you would like me to cover, please send me a message and I will try and help you out. Until the next video, see you soon. Bye.